issue on Vibrio and Cryptosporidium bacteria. My name is Madison, and I'm a Chesapeake Bay Governor School student. Vibrio is a natural forming bacteria that forms in warm temperatures. It forms in brackish and salt waters in the Chesapeake Bay. There are two forms that affect us. There's many forms, but these two affect us. Vibrio fulminicus and Vibrio parapolymolyticus. That's a picture of Vibrio. Cryptosporidium is a bacteria formed by animal and human waste. Because they both form in warm waters, they affect us because we swim in warm waters in the summer. Why is it a problem? Skin infections in humans and open wounds. Both of these are caused by Vibrio, and then in fish, they contaminate fish like in their skin, and this is contamination, and that's by Cryptosporidium. Rodney Donald is someone who was on vacation swimming, and he was affected by Vibrio. He had a Vibrio infection in the skin, which led to sepsis, and sepsis is an illness caused when a chemical in your body is released and tries to fight off the infection, and as a result it causes inflammatory, which affects your other organs and can lead to death. Symptoms occur between 12 and 72 hours of exposure. They're different, varied on like who it is versus a healthy person and a non-healthy person. A healthy person causes diarrhea and vomiting, and someone who's already at high risk or has a weaker immune system has fever, chills, and shock. Rise of bacteria over the past decades, cases of the bacteria have risen. 22 swimming areas were closed in Pennsylvania, 10 swimming advisories were put in Virginia, and 44 swimming areas were closed or advised in Maryland. This is Vibrio cases between 2001 and 2008. This is Maryland, and this is Virginia. They're both risen quite significantly. Why is it rising? Temperatures are rising and are staying at higher temperatures for a longer period of time each year. This is between 1880 and 2013. They rise because of pollution, animal waste, runoff. And a study was done by University of Maryland showing that specifically the Potomac River, the temperature of water is rising more rapidly than the temperature of air, or a more rapid pace. In the meantime, what can you do to prevent infection? Do not swim with open wounds, or you can use a waterproof Band-Aid because it's known to be a flesh-eating bacteria. Do not eat raw shellfish or raw oysters. Raw shellfish are contaminated with the Vibrio, and raw oysters, the gill in them, carry Cryptosporidium. Shower after swimming to rinse off all the excess chemicals that could infect you. And do not swim within 48 hours of a heavy rainfall because the runoff of sewage and waste occur during this time, or at the most heaviest, and there's so much development around beaches that it doesn't have anything to filter it. What is being done? State managers monitor shellfish industry to protect consumers from being contaminated. Clean water blueprint. The blueprint is an agreement between the 6 states of the Chesapeake Bay and DC and EPA, and they set regulations to reduce pollution. And recently, in February of this past year, the Farm Bureau organization tried to challenge their job and brought a case in the Supreme Court, but it was denied, so they didn't get it passed. And Pennsylvania reduced pollution in 500 of their industries. Attack of bacteria. The Alliance for the Chesapeake Bay is an organization that is in support of cleaning the Chesapeake Bay. And in 2012, they held a bacteria cleanup day in Virginia. And this is a picture of them doing that. What needs to be done? EPA needs to enforce a stricter cap of nutrient pollution and not give out permits to factories with exceptionally high pollution. What can you do? You can use little fertilizer at home because fertilizer is one of the pollution sources, raising the temperature of water. You can buy a Bay license plate, and each license plate that's purchased, the funds are used or given to the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. You can participate in cleanup days, like the one in Virginia that just recently occurred. Carpool to decrease pollution particles that are being released into the air and then eventually the water. Pick up after pets. Human and animal waste, as mentioned earlier, causes cryptosporidium, and then this bacteria is carried by smaller organisms into animals and humans.